sponsor from StormSurf.com, and here's the surf forecast for the Hawaiian Islands the week starting Friday, August 5th. Brought to you by your surf authority, expert advice, and friendly staff, Hawaiian South Shore. And be sure and smash the like and subscribe button. You'll get automatic notifications when we post the videos, typically on Friday, and it enables us to help continue producing these videos. We start by looking at wave heights on the South Shore from the Barber's Point buoy. Surf from primary swell, about 1.5 foot. If you actually look at the waves, yeah, it's waist high, maybe some chest high peaks. So this is Hawaiian. So consider it maybe 3, maybe even 4 feet. Primary swell, 1.5 feet at 9.5 seconds from 173 degrees. And some secondary swell, we'll say a foot at 12.5 seconds, again from 179 degrees. So small waves, you can see it here on the spectral graph. A little bit of energy spread across a wide variety of periods, but nothing too dominant, making for that background, fun, rideable surf. Looking forward, let's take a look at the jet stream. These are winds up about 30,000 feet. They help support the formation of gales, and when those gales form, help direct their track. We're looking for a trough, a push in the jet to the north, just like there, and a little bit like there. Now you have to keep in mind the ice line's right about 62 south, something like that. This is the Antarctic ice line. So even if you had winds over the Antarctic ice, well, the ice pretty much mutes any storm or swell production. So you're not going to get any swell. So whatever gales you have, they have to be north of 62 south. All right. And the only possibility really is in this trough here, and that is east of the Hawaiian swell window. But for argument's sake, what typically happens in a trough is you get a clockwise flow aloft in the southern hemisphere. That also forms down at the ocean surface, and that is the hallmark of low pressure. And if low pressure, if it's strong enough, generates winds. Winds, if they're strong enough and get traction on the ocean surface, generate seas. Seas, as they radiate away from the fetch area, get groomed out, turn into swell. Swell, when it hits your beach, turns into surf. So we don't have anything as of Friday. We move into Saturday, August 6th. And again, the jet is pushing south. That actually does not support gale development. A little bit of a trough tries to organize here later on Saturday, but really gets no traction. This ridge pushing south dominates, and that just does nothing. That supports high pressure down at the ocean surface, and again, nothing to support gale production or swell production. As we get into Monday, August 8th, the jet in a zonal pattern running right across the edge of the Antarctic ice line. That pretty much continues as we get into Tuesday and even Wednesday and into yet even Thursday, August 11th. Things not looking particularly good for major swell production. On Friday, the zonal flow lifts just north enough to be clear of Antarctic ice, but again, no troughs forecast, and then that's pretty much how we end things up. So things not looking particularly encouraging at the jet stream level. Let's go take a look down at the ocean surface. Here we are, surface level pressure, surface level winds, and this is the southeast Pacific here, the southwest Pacific. There's New Zealand, Australia here, Antarctica down here, and the ice line, important ice line, right about there, 62 south. So we do have a little gale in that trough, but that's east of the Hawaiian swell window, generating 40-knot winds. There is another bit of a gale trying to organize southwest of New Zealand with 45-knot winds, but most wind energy here is aimed right at Antarctica, doing nothing. The gale itself develops a little bit this evening and basically just falls southeast, doing nothing. More fetch 35-knot winds as we get into Saturday night, the 6th of August. Again, all aimed south, doing nothing there. And then another gale as we get into Monday, the 8th of August, generating 35-knot winds, but they're all aimed off to the east. Hawaii's up here. You really need to have winds aimed towards your beach to generate swell. Now, there's a gale forecast in the southeast Pacific on Tuesday. That's well east of the Hawaiian swell window. More of the same as we just get into Wednesday. See, there's a big broad gale, but it's east of Hawaii, and most of the energy, again, aimed to the south. We're pretty late in the season. Now, there is a that's a good prime example of a gale forecast on Friday, the 12th of August, all east of Hawaii. Actually a storm with 50-knot winds aimed off to the northeast. And this far out on the models, odds are low that it'll even develop. A little bit of fetch in the 35, almost 40-knot range, right north of the ice line, again on Friday. may be good for some background energy, some sort of low pressure system falling south that again does nothing. That ends up the week, so not a whole lot of hope on the models. But let's go take a look at the effect of these winds on the ocean surface. Now we're going back in time to Wednesday. A couple of days ago, a little tiny gale developed southwest of New Zealand, generating 28-foot seas that pushed up to about 34 feet right there, the highest seas under this whole domain. You can see the ice line right here too. 62 south, even pushing up to 60 south at one point. The Hawaiian swell window roughly in this area in here. And there was a gale in it, like we said, 34-foot seas. Most of the energy aimed off to the east, but maybe some tiny background swell result. Then it pushed out of the Hawaiian swell window on Friday. That's today, the 5th of August. And then we look forward. We're not expecting to see a whole lot. Yes, little gale pushing east. Again, not aimed north at Hawaii. No real expectations there. The same thing on Sunday, August 7th. Another gale. All energy aimed off to the east, yet more of this sort of pattern on Monday and Tuesday. Then things settle down. We're already out into Wednesday. We're not really seeing anything. Thursday, Friday, something develops in the far southeast Pacific. We put odds of that actually developing as modeled right now at about 10%. And another small system under New Zealand about 180 hours out, generating 24-foot seas, aimed a little bit to the northeast, so maybe some background swell. So looking at the South Shore, wrapping it all up sort of into a ball here, no clear, significant swell is forecast. Waves 2 feet or less Hawaiian through the week. That is, we'll say, thigh to waist high. Great for building skills, great for taking the family out, great for having a good day on the beach. No one's life is going to be threatened by the surf, but a great time to maybe rent a board or just go out in the water, play around, build some surfing skills, and have fun. So for right now, pretty quiet pattern is in control of the southern hemisphere. No significant gales or storms are forecast, and a zonal jet stream flow in that zonal storm pattern is to be in control, with everything moving west to east, not aimed very well to the north, either at Hawaii or the mainland, and nothing clear on the forecast charts for now. That doesn't mean there won't be some fun surf, and something to go out and enjoy, but nothing too over the top. So go enjoy, have some fun, do all your shopping at Hawaiian South Shore, and we'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Thanks for watching.